Hello and welcome to another pick a card reading. Today we are doing a 4-card reading to find out what kind of lover you are. So as you can see, I have the 4 stacks here, the 4 crystals. We have a Sunstone on the first stack, Amethyst, Rose Quartz, and Rhodochrosite for the last stack. And I want you to just loosen up, relax, and pick the stone that correlates to you most. And I want you to pick it not with your eyes, but with your intuition. Really just close your eyes and feel what stone is calling out to you, and we will find out what kind of lover you are this reading. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the first deck. So for those of you that have chosen the Sunstone, go ahead and do your reading. Find out what kind of lover you are. So let's take a look at the cards here. We have the Ace of Swords, King of Cups, One of Cups, the Chariot, the Emperor, and the Lovers. All right. So already I can tell that you are a very passionate lover, and you also like to be in control. You are a highly confident person who likes to be the leader in your relationships. Definitely likely to be an Aries rising or Aries Venus or Sagittarius Venus. Definitely see those 2 signs reflected here. Maybe not. Your love language is just taking control. You're full of passion. As we see with the Emperor card, you prefer tradition in relationships. Likely you're not someone who's interested in a poly type relationship. You are definitely all about monogamy. And you want your partner to be in a rather traditional role, as you yourself are comfortable in that type of role. However, if you're a female, you do tend to wear the pants in a relationship and as a lover. This can also signify dominance within the sexual relationship, but not necessarily. It doesn't have to be that way. It can also just mean that you know what you want and go after it. This person can have a big ego when it comes to love, so that's something important to rein in. Also, make sure to try new things, as your traditions can get a little stifling. When it comes to sex, switch it up with your partner. Be open to what your partner likes and receives, as it's not always just about following what you know. Now, as we see with the Lovers card here, this is a great card to have for this reading, and you are such a highly passionate person. Being in a romantic relationship with you feels just like the movies. The total love that you give and have to give is, and as we see with the Lovers card, being in a relationship with you is just like a romantic movie. Basically what anyone would dream of. You have the whirlwind type of romance. You're an excellent lover. You're exciting. You're intact. So as we see here with the Lovers card, This is a great card to have in this type of reading. As I said before, an extremely passionate person. Love with you is exciting. You're generally a great lover. Everything about this relationship is basically like a romantic comedy that everyone dreams about. You know what you want, you're focused, you're determined, and you are that way in love too. There is no doubt that you are the type to make your partner feel as if they're the only man or woman in the room, and to be loved by you is an absolute gift. As you don't hold back your feelings and the passion you feel. It's an all-consuming type of love, but it's usually the type of love that most people in general want. You definitely have a healthy sexual appetite, and as you are more of traditional when it comes to, I guess, moves in the bedroom, you do like to have sex very often. So it's important that your partner have a very healthy sexual appetite as well. And it's also very important for this relationship to note that not only are you a highly sexual person, but you're a highly sensual person. So the difference here is important to be noted. Sexual and sensual are quite different. So it's important to always engage your senses, whether it be touch, smell, tactile. You are highly intrigued. And we also see with the Chariot card, as a lover, you are generally lucky in your relationships. You either are the type to have fallen in love with your high school sweetheart or first love, hit it off, gotten married, and it's like you won the lottery in life. Or you've had several relationships, but every one seems to go well. You don't really have too many quarrels with your lovers. Lucky. And the ones you have had in the past, you tend to remain friends with them. Though not close friends, as you are someone who only has room for one person in your heart at a time, as you are filled with such passion, such love, and you share that with that one special person. You see the Ace of Swords in this reading. This right away tells me you're very honest in all your pursuits, and you expect your partner to be the same. You absolutely do not tolerate lying. Cheating is one way to absolutely ruin any chance your partner has with you, as you would never do such a thing as betrayal. You are absolutely upfront about your feelings. There's no beating around the bush with you. And that is also something you find attractive in a partner. Even though you are such a leader, you don't necessarily need your partner to be the same. In fact, I think you would do better with someone who is willing to let you take the lead. Maybe even bordering submissive is what you're attracted to. But that person needs to be a good communicator and honest. Otherwise, it absolutely won't work. Moving on to the King of Cups. Going right along with our Ace of Swords card, this tells me just how honest and trustworthy as a person you are, as a lover you are. All that passion you feel, you will absolutely invest into your partner. You will give them everything, and you will push them to be the better, to be their best self, honestly. You are such a supportive partner. Honestly, these are all really great cards when it comes to being a lover. Like, a lot of great qualities here. You know, your partner can be vulnerable around you. They can ask for help from you. They can open up to you, and you will honestly, you know, help them strive to be the best person they can be. You will value their trust. You won't tell their secrets. When it comes to sex as a lover, you know, your partner can open up with you about their fantasies, their deepest, darkest fantasies, and you, you know, as traditional and as rigid as you can be, will be willing to give them a try, and you'll do that because you love your partner so much. One thing I do want to note, with this person who's chosen the Sunstone stack, your passion and love, all great things, you can come off a bit intense, so be aware of that. Now, I don't see any of these cards leading to you being a controlling person, being, you know, any type like that, but be aware you do have those tendencies and you may come off this way. If you don't rein in some of that passion, some of that fire, you know, it can be a turn off for some people. Certainly not for me, not for someone who enjoys that passion in love, but just be aware that you can come off this way. You can come off very intense, even intimidating to some. So it's important to focus on being humble. Now we see the One of Cups card, one of my absolute favorite cards when it comes to a love reading. As I said, this is really great, a lot of positives. Basically, it confirms everything the other cards have said. You are just full of passion, full of love, and you, basically anyone who is dating you is absolutely lucky to be doing so. You will give them the world. You have so much love to give. You're an excellent lover. Basically, like, whoever is your lover is one hell of a lucky person, because you absolutely make sure their cup is fulfilled, whether it's mentally, emotionally, sexually. You absolutely give love in the best possible ways. Alright, moving right along to those that chose the Amethyst stack. For those that have chosen the Sunstone, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading, and if you do, please like and subscribe, and we'll continue the video on for the rest of the others. Here we go. We have the Sun. We have Three of Wands. We have Three of Cups. Ooh, I like this card. We have Two of Cups. It's another really good card. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Hanged Man. Okay. So let's get started with this reading for those that chose the Amethyst stack. Alright, Amethyst. You guys are definitely someone who is very unpredictable. You definitely take life as it goes, and nothing is ever the same with you. And you're definitely far from rigid. You're definitely someone who values friendship in your relationship, and you have a great sense of humor. So whoever is your lover has to make you laugh. That is one of the most important things in this reading that I'm sensing here. And whoever your lover is, they are also your best friend. We'll go ahead and start with the Hanged Man card. This definitely tells me you yourself are a bit of a wild card, and you are very unpredictable in relationships. Almost like you have double personality. Again, like, you already know this. As a lover, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. but you definitely keep your lover on your toes, and it is something new and different with you every day. You definitely don't need to switch things up, and things never get stale with you because they're always fun, they're always new, they're always exciting. But sometimes you just need to slow down and take things as they go. You definitely offer a new perspective for your lover, and they're excited by you in general, just not knowing what to expect. You're definitely a very optimistic person as a lover. You're fun, you're adventurous, definitely a little bit or a lot kinky, but your partner tends to love this about you. Though you can lack boundaries sometimes, and that may be an area where you need to work on. The Temperance card. You are someone who has an extreme amount of patience for your lover, which is a great thing to have. Patience is a virtue, as they say. You are definitely someone who is a giver and not a taker. That being said, you are definitely not selfish in the bedroom, and you make sure your partner gets theirs before you get yours. The Ten of Cups. You are a very stable partner, and relationship with you is generally tranquil. It's happy, it's calm, not very volatile. You generally have few relationships. You are the type to honestly wait until marriage and save yourself. That doesn't necessarily have to be true, but you definitely are very, very cautious of who you share yourself with. The Queen of Lovers, as indicated by the other cards, you are fiercely loyal to your lover, and as I've said before, you haven't had many partners. You're very picky when it comes to who you love and who you lie with. In general, is a good thing. And our last card within this deck is the Page of Swords. This indicates that you are a highly stubborn person. As many good traits as a lover you have. You are definitely set in your ways, and you can be a little bit difficult and hard-headed when it comes to love. So this is something that you do need to work around if you do want to be successful in life as a lover. Thank you to those who chose the Rose Quartz deck. If you liked this video and you liked this reading, please like and subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Right, and lastly, we will do the Rhodochrosite deck. Those that have chosen this one, thank you for waiting. I know you've had to watch all the other cards, so we will go ahead and get started on your reading. We have the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Four of Wands, we have the Star, the Fool, and the Moon. All right, Rhodochrosite, I'm so excited. Let's get started on this reading. For those Rhodochrosite people, already with this stack of cards, I can tell you are a very shy yet adoring and sweet lover. You are definitely very cute, very bashful. You are submissive and like your partner to take the lead. You tend to like them to make the first move. You are not someone to approach or to make your feelings known right away. You can be bashful and quite coy when it comes to sex, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a prude. It just means that you don't put your feelings out there right away. Let's take a look at the cards here. So first we have the Fool. This tells me that you do have a bit of naivete, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Just that, as I have said, you are submissive as a partner. You like to be dominated. You like your partner to be the man in the relationship. You are definitely more, I hate to use the word follower instead of leader, but you are someone who likes to be led and guided. Guided is a much better word for this. You are quite happy-go-lucky in relationships and will go along with almost anything that your partner wants. But with that being said, you must be very, very careful to avoid narcissists and abusive relationships, because this type of person in these cards I can definitely see being prone to abusive relationships. So please, Rhodochrosite, be very careful of that in your endeavors with lovers. We have the Moon here. So this tells me, so we have the Moon. This card tells me you are quite guarded, quite reserved. You do have some insecurities. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, but they are something you need to be aware of with your lover. Could be feelings of inadequacy within your sexual performance. It could be someone who has hurt you in the past and has commented on your past sexual performance. It could be about your looks or just how you're perceived. I would be aware of that and work on that within yourself. One thing I always want to remind my my viewers is that we must love ourselves first before anyone else can love us. So always be sure to work on yourself and on those insecurities and what it takes to make you feel confident before you can be the lover you can truly be. Right, moving on, we have the Star card. This card in the reading tells me you are a hopeless romantic. You definitely, you want to be loved. You want that fairy tale romance is what you crave, and I know deep down you believe you are worthy of it, but these insecurities may be holding you back from that. You are quite the optimist. You definitely see the best in all your lovers, even if there is no best to be seen. Like I said, a lot of these cards tell me that you are prone to escapism, prone to abusive relationships. So you must be very, very careful to have that confidence, build the boundaries within yourself. But definitely, you see the best in everybody, and including your partner. So that is a great, wonderful thing, but it can also be a caution for this person. All right, so 6 of Cups for this reading. As I have said before, this type of person is prone to escapism, and that includes as a lover. You are very, very, very optimistic and quite naive, as I see with these cards. So you will always see the best in a situation, even when there is no best to see. Definitely needing some empowerment here as a lover. I feel like this person has been hurt quite a few times, and this is almost a coping mechanism that they have within their relationships. As a lover, you're not going to be outspoken in how you feel or asking for your needs. You may often feel neglected when it comes to love, when it comes to sex. So it's important to be vocal with your partner, as not everyone is out to get you. You know, ideally we want to be with a lover who values us and who holds us dear. So you do need to open up to them about what you want in a relationship, what pleases you, how to satisfy you in the bedroom. You should be open about that with your partner, so they are fulfilling your fantasies as well as you fulfilling theirs. So the Seven of Cups, this card is telling me that you tend to rush right into relationships, and again, with that naivety, that optimism, you crave love so much that you just rush right in with whoever may be available, thinking they are the one when they not always are. You definitely need to be aware and trust your instincts, trust your intuition. When you do see those red flags with somebody, as they are valid and you need to pay attention to them. In the past, this is why you've gotten hurt, by ignoring those red flags. So this card is asking you to do so now. Pay attention to those red flags, and don't fall into the trap of a relationship just because you want one so badly that it is not with the right person. Four of Wands for the rest card of this reading. Rhodochrosite. This card tells me that you are someone who is very giving, is very deserving of security, of love, of stability in a relationship, and you can definitely have that. You just need to overcome what all the other cards have said and listen to what their guidance has told you. You are someone who craves that stability, someone who almost, I don't want to use the word need because this is not a need, but someone who greatly benefits from a strong foundation in a relationship to function. And someone who's very loving and someone who's deserving of love. What I would tell you, Rhodochrosite, is to listen to the rest of the cards in this reading, and you will find love and happiness as a lover, even though you have been hurt in the past. Alright, so that completes this reading for you, Rhodochrosite. Thank you, and if you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe for more. And thank you. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.